I would say Happy Christmas to everybody watching, but I think with Italy Jet started
End my misery, please. God, stop trying to
Man,
make
you
this work anymore. It's not working.
give it up already. Give it up already. Oh, happy
Oh,
Monday. Happy Christmas Eve thing where
yes,
everyone seems to make
yes,
that a thing.
for
Here we
sure.
are, the final pre-Christmas show. I'm not going to say the final show of the year because who knows what happens next Monday. We might be on. Who knows? Ah,
I'll
wow.
be
Where
here.
do we
I'll be
start?
here. Let's
You'll be
go.
here. You'll be here. You'll be here. So what do we got to talk about this week?
I mean,
Well,
man, I don't. I mean,
Where you want to
we'll
start? Shall we
fire the
start with the
manager.
good news for Everton? Okay, let's go for good news start, right? Everton, new
Okay,
owners, everything's looking rosy for them, new takeover,
right.
things look good. Maybe they'll stay in the Premiership. Maybe their new stadium will be ready and it'll look great. So good news for the other side of Liverpool and fair play. And they
Right.
topped it all off with a great point when we, against Chelsea, who I'm sure we'll talk about if Matty does join us a bit later on. That's the good news for their side. As you say, a new manager search is over for Wolves. I think the news is out.
I think that's their guy. Yeah,
They've
Isn't that
got their
crazy?
guy, haven't they? Yeah, that's like
It's awful too. Like I hate it, but it's what it is. It's what it is.
Is that because you were thinking maybe you'd get him, like if you kind of hung around?
No. I just don't like when the Wolves are successful. So it's interesting.
It's interesting. I mean, it was obvious that O'Neill was going to go. It's just it seems like why have they taken so long? But now,
Yeah.
Wolves
I mean,
have got
what
their
is it?
new man. I think he was in the stands watching. I think.
No. That was his first game. That was his first game he coached.
Oh, he's in charge, was he?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Oh, and well, yeah. Was his first game in charge? You're right, Victor Pereira. Yeah, and obviously that means that the honeymoon period for Ruud van Nistelrooy at Leicester was smashed to pieces with Wolves smashing them. And then also the honeymoon period has already finished for Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about them. I hate Manchester United with everything in me, but I still think they're still working out everything. I mean, there's so many.
I think we talked about that
with Rashford too. That's a big distraction right now. So I'm not. I, honestly, he's going to do great things there. I really do. I really do think they're going to be fine. It's just.
I think so.
I mean, he even said in his press conference, though, Gary. He said that it's going to take time. It's just going to take time.
I liked what he said in his press conference, going to that, because he said, it's going to take time, it's going to get, but I like the fact that I think one of the, whatever I heard of, it's either a question from one of the journalists who said, the team is in the position it's in, but that's not on you because you've only just taken over. And he was like, no, I'm the manager. It is on me, even if it has nothing to do with he's only been there for 6 weeks or whatever else. He was still taking responsibility, which I think they need as an organization. So, I think you're right. We talked about United to death, quite frankly. I think they're going to be fine eventually, but just not this season. They are where they are right now, and that's who they are. Peaches, how are we doing?
Peaches loves it. I hate it.
Loving Leicester getting smashed. Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Well,
and then we have to talk about the wheels coming off the other side of Manchester. Because
I mean, just how crazy was that game?
Oh, just so bizarre. Just like
Foden, just credit to Foden for following up. And then Lewis with the just a great run that he had for the goal. But Aston Villa, honestly, I'm pissed off that we didn't get Duran. Yeah, I'm at that point where I'm really mad that West Ham did not get Duran now. So he just keeps proving time and time again.
He's just got that knack, hasn't he? Just to turn up when it's important.
Right, exactly. I just think I just think that these two teams though desperately needed a win. They desperately needed to win, both of them.
Yep. And it's just I get that. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but
it is. Villa is a tough club to go up. But with City in the form they're in,
right?
That's just like that's possibly the worst place you could. They'd have probably loved to go like Southampton.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that's the Southampton got a point as well, but Southampton, someone like that would have been ideal to go to get right and whatever else. But they are just.
I mean, props to Newcastle, props to Forest, props to Bournemouth. I mean, they came out and beat the teams that they weren't expected to beat. Newcastle, probably I could see them going up 4-0, but like Nottingham and Brentford, I thought that was going to be more of a tighter game.
Brentford at home, that's like the first time Brentford had lost at home in forever, right? I mean, so that's a great result for Forest. And, looking at the table, when you look at the table now and you got the top 5, you're just like, or even the top 6, you're just like, what the? Really? How you doing, Tom? Good to see you, man.
My man, Tom.
Thanks for jumping in. It'd be interesting to hear how you feel.
Mr.
Leeds. Yeah. So, I mean, the top 5 is just insane at the moment.
I don't even recognize the top 5 anymore.
Yeah. It's like somebody's just taken the top 5, left a couple of things that you recognize in there, and it just throws 2 joker teams in there. Not that the teams are jokes, but, nobody would. I don't even think Peaches would have put Forest being 4th at Christmas.
No. I mean, I didn't even see Bournemouth right there.
Yeah, that's bizarre. They've come out of nowhere. I mean, I've just looked at it. They have come out of nowhere, but their form. They have won 4 out of the last 5 games. They have leapfrogged way up the table with that last one. But yeah, what a run they're on. But yeah, as I say, Peaches wouldn't.
I'll take it every day of the week for sure.
Every day of the week, twice on Sunday, right? Nobody would have given you 4th. But imagine it if it stays like this. It is already seems a topsy-turvy sort of league season anyway, with all the bits and pieces that's going on.
Amen.
Yeah. It's pre Emirates, it's pre Etihad, it's pre the Saudi money.
Right.
This is what it feels like. And who knows, it's odd. Which is saying something, right?
Oh my God. I love that. So me too, though, to be fair.
To be honest, I love Bournemouth after last weekend. I mean, generally Bournemouth are a bit like,
everybody does.
Take it or leave it. They're kind of one of those teams that you're like, but
Bournemouth's like, you're welcome.
Yeah, everyone else in the league is like, yeah, thanks. Yeah, no worries. Anytime. Every time.
So
we play Man United every year. Yeah.
So funny. I mean, oh man, that's just so funny. And then even the players that are in the top 10 now for goals, like.
Yeah.
I mean, Salah's just killing it up there. I mean, Isak
and Wood from a Liverpool perspective, can we just sign that man to whatever money he wants?
Oh, I was just about to say, I think you guys should give him a lifetime deal.
Just whatever he wants, however much money, just give it to him.
I mean, he did turn down the PSG offer. He did turn down that. I mean, he won. I mean, that offense does not function without him.
Huh? I mean, you take him out.
You've got great players. You have great players around him, though, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, but he elevates. He elevates everybody else, though, right? Because he's on the pitch, and therefore everybody's like, "Where's Salah?" From the opposition, left back, centre half, they're all like, "Where's Salah? Where's Salah?" Which allows Diaz, Nunez, Jota, Gakpo, all of that space and all that stuff to work around. If Salah's not there, you can see it when Harvey Elliott comes on. It's a completely different team. But usually, Salah's coming off because he scored 2 or 3 goals and the game's done and dusted. Yeah, and as Tom says, he is the daddy. That's it. Of that line, he is the daddy. He take him out. It's still a very good forward line. It's just not that world-class, terrifying forward line with him in it. So, yeah, I think Liverpool should... Those 3 players who Liverpool are humming and ahhing about, just get the checkbook out. And you'll know, Gino, from the US side, FSG have not spent massive amounts of money on their other sports teams. Mm-hmm. Boston hasn't had a lot of money in the Red Sox. They've not thrown a lot of money at the Red Sox. They've not thrown a lot of money at the Rangers and stuff like that. So they've got money in the bank. Mm-hmm. Kind of, if you want a team that's showing you that they're worth investing in, it's got to be Liverpool right now for them. Top of the league, top of the Champions League, high flying. I mean, please. For a Christmas present for all Liverpool fans out there, can we have 3 new contracts?
Facts. I mean, and I mean, just give props to frickin' Arnold already. Don't have him leave. Him and Van Dijk.
In a worst case scenario, he leaves for free. He leaves for free in the summer. That's like,
him and Van Dijk have been rumored to Real Madrid, and I think it's a horrible idea if you're a Liverpool fan.
If you're a Liverpool fan, what you want to do is get Trent Alexander-Arnold and say, where would you like to play? How much money do you want? What can we do to make sure that you become the next Steven Gerrard and therefore play for the club, for one club, for the rest of your life, win absolutely everything, play in whatever position you want, take whatever it takes. Because as you say, Salah, yes, give him a 5-year contract, give him a 4-year contract, whatever. Yes, by the end of that contract, he'll be hanging his boots up as a legend or whatever else. But Alexander-Arnold, you've still got 10 years of him playing.
Facts.
Right? So
facts. It's crazy if that happens. If they do, Real Madrid get him, they're gonna add very expensive.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great line. That's a great line.
That's Tom. That's Tom for you.
That says it all. Yeah,
that's Tom for you.
Yeah, but I agree with you, Peaches. I do hope Leeds are a team that deserve to be in a Prem. A huge club, huge organisation, definitely deserve to be there. And from a 49ers perspective, I'm also hoping they get in because it needs more money.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go. See, there you go.
So let's do the recap of all the games, and then we'll do preview.
Let's go back. Let's go back. So we start top of the game, Premier League, Saturday afternoon, Aston Villa hosting Man City, taking in the 2-1 win. I mean, not sure I saw it because everyone's, I think, expecting the City bounce back at some point, right? No. Everyone's saying it's coming, and it's just like, have the wheels really come off that team now?
Yeah, exactly. I think now Villa kept them in the game, though. That's the thing. That's what you got to look at is Villa kept them in the game. But overall, it was a tight game, but Villa didn't show that they were, took over. They didn't. They just it was a very evenly matched, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was an evenly matched game. It should have probably been. I think Villa probably should have put more into that one. They had more possession. They didn't have more possession, did they? City had more possession, but it's just like as a team, a team that's there for the kill.
City had more. City had
as
more.
A team that's there for the kill, whose confidence isn't there, and you go 2-0 up, you should probably maybe get another one and really put them to bed, right? And as you say, they kind of let them hang around, made it nervy at the end with Foden just maybe being the shining light for that City team. But it set the weekend up for me. I mean, it was like, here we go, the weekend's perfect. But for City fans across Manchester, but for City fans across Manchester, they must be scratching their heads going, what's next? Also, what happens if the 115 charges that,
they'll know by March. Everybody will know by March.
Right? By which point?
April, March. April. So.
March, April time, at which point, if they carry on in this horrible vein of form, is the season done for them already? What happens then?
I think
5 points after 16. It's not great. It's not great. And I corrected myself there, Peaches. I was about to say Roy Aston and realised I was talking about the blue ones, not the red fans.
I think they're already done, though. I think it's already done.
They're so far back now. It's already looking. I want to say it's already looking a 2-horse race, but it's starting to lend itself to that one. And then Peaches team, we almost kind of want to give it over to the comments and start talking about this one. Forest go down to home at Brentford, GTEC Stadium. Brentford's home form had been outstanding. Hadn't lost at home for however long it is. Forest go in there and get the business done. 2-0 win.
I mean,
comfortable. I mean,
no, I don't think it was comfortable. I think it was a very tight game, in my opinion. I think it should have been a 2-2 tie, in my opinion. But Forest took advantage of the opportunities and they score when they needed to score. And Brentford was just lacking in the second half. I think it was. Because if you look at all the stats, it clearly favors Brentford. But I don't know. To me,
it's
it
one
did.
of those, right?
Pete just says it was comfortable, but for me, it didn't look comfortable. But maybe I'm not.
I mean, as
I'm
you
not
say,
a.
stats, it looks like Brentford are way over that. Although
But
looking at the shots on goal, it looks like
yeah.
it was
Oh
more.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I agree with you there.
It's interesting. I mean, I didn't get to see it. I saw it on Match of the Day, which is a kind of a brief highlight, so it kind of doesn't really show the full thing. But
it's crazy how Brentford had more corners and they didn't. But like I said, the pressing of Forest was definitely better. And they just took advantage. The counter attack was so much better from Forest. But Brentford had the most possession and the most passes and it just everything else. But I think, like I said, Forest took advantage of all the opportunities, and that's a good team when you can capitalize on that and get yourself out of a 0-0 to a 2-0 win. It's starting. I'm happy.
Get the chances.
I'm just happy.
I'm super happy for Peaches.
I'm really
surprised that Brentford lost at home, as I say,
it's
because
about
that
time.
It is about time. Forest is a big club as well. It's time that they
the history, Champions Leagues, everything, man. I love it, man. I love it. I love it for them.
It's looking good. Hopefully, long may it continue. As you say, Newcastle kind of got back to winning ways. Got back to
Isak. You're not stopping Isak.
You're not stopping it. No, Ipswich Town and not stopping. The defense of Ipswich Town is not going to live with that guy. He is absolutely flying. So this was not a surprise that it was such a one-sided scoreline because newly promoted team against a Newcastle team that is a good quality team and should probably be higher up the league if they were a bit more consistent. So I'm not really surprised that they absolutely, took Ipswich to the cleaners. I think it's probably not the last time that Ipswich will be on the end of quite a heavy defeat against some of the bigger teams. Unfortunately for them, but it's what happens when you come up, right? So it's always going to be that sort of first season. And then the derby, the South Coast Derby or whatever derby they kind of
everything's a derby now.
Everything's a derby somehow now, but how do you feel about you boys then?
I'm going to take it any day of the week, right? You're against Brighton any day of the week. We should have definitely won comfortably. Just the progression of the game, but Lopetegui is trying a lot of different things. Of different things. I mean, he's bringing in some young guys. The stats don't count for what was shown on the pitch. Brighton did have some good opportunities. I think that goal by Brighton, Fabianski, I think it was not his fault. Everyone keeps saying it was his fault. I don't think it was his fault. I think it was the lack of defense that just didn't prepare it. I mean, you're going to go up for that ball if you're a goalkeeper.
Of course you will. I mean,
but should he have
maybe right?
Yeah,
the defenders should have shielded him a little bit more, been a bit more clever. You think?
Yeah, they're going to blame that on Fab, and I think Fab's going to take the L for that. But in my opinion, I just think the team just stopped. They just stopped, and I'm just like, no, you got to keep going. So. No, there were times Brighton should have closed it out, but then there's times West Ham should have closed it out. I seriously thought it was going to be like 2-1. But I think Brighton overall, just like Pete just said, I think they have dipped a little bit. I think they're going to find their form back. But Fab made some great saves, exactly what Pete just said. Fab made some great saves. Kudos made some great runs. Bowen made some huge plays. Paquetá made some huge plays. Wan-Bissaka, Kilman. I mean, it was a very tight game. I will take the tie, but I still want more. I still want Lopetegui out.
What do you think about Fulkrug up front?
Everybody wants him gone. Everybody wants
he's been quite vocal, isn't he, about
everybody has. Everybody's vocal not being happy right now. I just think Volkrook needs to chill a little bit, to be fair. He had an injury. He's starting to get back in the starting lineup now. Now Antonio's out with the injury, so you have the opportunities. We have great players. We do. It's just we just need a coach and all the egos to shut the fuck up. That's it.
Yeah.
They just
need to chill. Possibly yeah. But do you think the locker room's a little bit too strong at the moment for Lopetegui to get a hold of? Or I
agree. Yes, 100%. He's not an alpha. I just don't think he's an alpha right now. He's already lost the locker room already.
Yeah. So he's Noble's still part of the coaching.
GM, assistant GM.
Okay, so he's not really there to kind of back him up. Then he sounds like he needs that kind of club legend type person to be around and to kind of get them back in line almost and listen to the manager.
It's hard. It's like, who do you bring in?
It's a tough one. Yeah, get Julian Dix or somebody crazy like that. That's smash some heads against the wall.
It's hard though right now being a West Ham fan. It's hard seeing all these players being so vocal. There's going to be a lot of things happening between now and the summer. I could see a few people go in January. I could see Volkrook. I think Volkrook is going to stay though. I really do.
You can't. You've done it for the last few years. You've gone and got a big signing centre forward type, who's going to be the next big thing, and he gets half a season or a season and a bit, and injuries, he comes in January and he's gone by the next January, and you're like, surely you've got to at some point just go, you're the guy. As you say, he's been injured. He's only played, I think, two full games, something like that. I think I just read 165 minutes since he's been there, which is nothing, right? It's absolutely nothing.
But the thing is, there's so many rumors with like Paquetá going back to Brazil. Guido Rodriguez is going back to Batiste, and then you have Kudos with his release clause, either going to Liverpool or Arsenal. I don't think he's going to Liverpool. I think Liverpool are already good. But I can't see him going to Arsenal. I can't see him go other places. But honestly, I can still see him being here. I really do. Yeah. I just think you need the coach. You need a better coach, because the players love him. We love him. But I understand, with the whole Rice thing too. Sometimes players have been there long.
Set, right?
I still think that this is going to be a good team in the future. I really do.
Yeah.
It's just we just need to figure out the coaching and need to figure out the system, and then we'll be fine. But I will take a tie all day long.
Do you say you want the coaching? You need to figure it out, or do you need to change it? Are you at the change it stage yet, or are you? And if you are thinking change the coaching,
if they keep producing these types of ties and like results, then he's not going to go anywhere. But if he's that's the thing though. If he loses a couple more games and it's January's next week, so I don't know.
Have you left it almost too late to do a coaching change?
I think it's too late. I think it's
that's 30 points. I mean, I remember used to be you get 38 or 39 points, and that was your safety net. But I think you're right. This bottom 5, as Tom says here, is pretty bad. So as long as you stay 3 or 4 points clear of him, I think you've got no worries about that sort of side of things.
Exactly, I agree. All right, moving on.
And then the London Derby, and the final London Derby of the year, which kind of kicked up an interesting stat where, the whole what colour is North London and North London is red when Arsenal play. It seems like the whole of London is red because now Arsenal have gone through the whole calendar year not losing to a London team. And they rolled into Palace in the second time in a few days and absolutely battered them. Absolutely. And which is on because Palace away is usually, a tough place to go.
They did score a goal on them. It was tight for a hot second, but then they just came away with it, and this was an easy Arsenal win.
Yeah. I mean, and that's without
Gabriel Jesus show.
The Gabriel Jesus show. Everyone's forgotten about him, but he seems to have found his scoring boots, and maybe it's the fact that he's for some reason, somehow, for him, not injured. Because, that's been the blight on Jesus, is that he just can't stay fit. He can't have a run of form. I don't think there's ever been any doubt of his goal-scoring power and prowess. He scores goals for fun when he's fit. It's just he's never usually fit. But now it seems like he's coming fit at the right time for Arsenal, especially with the mounting injuries that they're getting. I think Saka's out for a good few weeks after pulling his hamstring in this game. I think Sterling's out for a couple of weeks as well with a similar injury. So Jesus finding his boots is a great thing for Arsenal.
For sure. I think they're going to get someone else in January too because of Saka being out. But I still
think they might just dip in,
Yeah, but I still think overall they're going to be. I still think Arteta is still on the hot seat, though. I just can't see him not. I don't know what from now until March, there's going to be a lot of things moving around, especially for Arsenal. I know everyone's going to think I'm crazy, but like they've already said something about him. What did they? I forgot what they said about him. I know they're in third place, but I think it's.
Do you think the demands and the expectation are much higher, and therefore?
I still think it is, in my opinion. And I know Tom's got another show. It's called The Happy Hour. Big Arsenal fans. I know they're flying high right now, but I just don't know. It's just something about this situation with Arsenal. I just don't feel comfortable. I just don't feel. I don't know. I could be crazy. I've said that before, but
we've said it before about you as well.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. It's interesting. It's something to keep an eye on because they got so close last year, and everyone was like, "That's it. It's going to be their year this year." And the fact that
I said that too.
Yeah, the fact that they're stumbling a little. I don't know. I don't know if he's on the hot seat, but if they don't come out of this season with anything,
right,
i.e., any sort of silverware, then eyebrows and then questions. I think they have to win something this year.
Yeah,
something meaningful as well. I say, not
then. I'll take it back. I'll take it back as of now, but we'll see. Oh, here we go.
What's this? Peach has got a lot to say here. That's true. Usually Arsenal fall away at the end of the season. They've kind of stumbled earlier this time around, so they've got their Arsenal stumble out of the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but Saka being out's huge, though. That's
could be a problem because he has been the focal point and the one player that
leads the whole team in assists. So that's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, and then we'll just see what happens. But Everton, Chelsea.
Keep watching. Great result for Everton.
I mean, where the hell did Chelsea go? Chelsea didn't look like they showed up to the ground, to be fair.
Chelsea got found out a little bit by, I don't want to say some old school Sean Dyche defending speciality, but it was backs to the wall, break up the passes, getting in amongst them. It was a bit of a throwback type of defensive, and which is fine because Everton would have looked at the Chelsea's team and gone, man for man, you're probably a better team. Yeah. So we have to work harder. We have to do more to get anything out of this one. And absolutely, and as Pickford turned up, kept a clean sheet, which, for all intents and purposes, I hate the man with a passion as a goalkeeper and as a person.
Wow!
But he's, as you say, he's just dirty, evil, dirty player. Knows it as well, and has got stupid T-Rex arms. But yeah, he's right. He's single-handedly keeping them in the league. A great result for them, and I think it was a wake-up call for that Chelsea team, who possibly have been flying high, but haven't had a rough and tumble game like that. It's all games that the Chelsea have been playing have been very open and nice, and keep giving them lots of space. Whereas I think Everton went out to make sure that they didn't do that, and Chelsea couldn't find a way through it.
I think it's true. Mm-hmm. All right, Man United and Bournemouth.
And then Bournemouth.
Wow.
Bournemouth roll into United and absolutely.
I just can't believe the times that we're in. That Bournemouth can win 3-0. Never thought that they ever could do it, especially against United.
They did it last season. They did it last season as well.
I don't remember last season that much.
Mm-hmm. They did it last season. They went in and stuffed Ten Hag's team 3-0.
Oh.
Yeah. They did it last season. Exactly the same scoreline. So
maybe that's their team that they can just beat like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, just
it's one of those bogey teams, right? Maybe Bournemouth and United have that sort of thing where it's like say this Liverpool Palace, where you just we can never beat them for some reason. It seems like maybe Bournemouth have to just roll into Old Trafford, going, "Hey, this is easy," and
Yeah, but Bournemouth got some good players, man. Solid players. Like I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Kepa. Whoever thought Kepa would be what Kepa is right now?
Where did that come from? Yeah. But also, I think it's interesting that the way they capitulated, I think, is the thing. What happened is like, they gave away a penalty and it just literally just switched off from a United perspective, which is obviously worrying for Amarin. As you say, he's got time. He's going to work his magic in there. He'll be fine. But this is just another indication of the absolute carnage that he's inherited.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is important because Chelsea are in the Conference League. They're using all of their 60 million players that they picked up in the summer. So their first squad is only playing one game a week. So yeah, we do need to make sure. I mean, we already got a gap on them, and we'll get to that in a second. And we've got a game in hand as well. So it's important we win that game in hand. But yeah, the Bournemouth result was icing on the cake for Liverpool fans after watching City get beat by Villa, watching Chelsea stutter against Everton, to then see United scoreline coming through was just wow.
Oh God!
Now, go somewhere. Man City are definitely going somewhere.
But, what's European football from Mr. Tom?
The problem with European football from Mr. Tom, the last time that Leeds went anywhere near European football, it ended very badly for them. They ended up going into administration, selling up pretty much everything. And I think they ended up still paying Harry Kewell's wages for the next 10 years.
Oh, that's bad.
It was it was hideous. It was hideous for them. So I think if Leeds do come up, I think they want to stay away from European football for a while.
Oh.
Sorry, just throw that back in. Sorry, Mr. Tom. Apologies for opening up some old wounds there. Fulham stumbling.
Both shit performance, honestly.
Yeah.
Fulham
really bad.
Looked like they dominated a lot of it, but still, both teams did not look comfy.
Yeah.
It was not a good result for either one of the teams. It's a tie; they'll get a point, but still,
a point.
Awful, awful.
There you go. There's the other one. There's.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, they were paying people's wages left, right, and centre. Mark Paducah, I think, was paying for. I think he was sunning himself somewhere on retirement and still getting paid $50,000 a week by Leeds at that point. I think it was insane. I do think Fulham stumbled there. Obviously, everyone else has been beaten up on Southampton.
Facts.
They didn't, but Southampton were poor. But Fulham I don't know if Fulham played down to their opposition.
I think
they just played down to Southampton's level, and therefore a 0-0 was just. Ugh.
That's why the stat sheet was tight. That's why no one just showed up. It was just not. Oh, it was bad. And
then you got the Wolves game with Victor Pereira getting his first win, righting the ship.
It's like it's okay. It's okay. Jose Sa, or is it Jose Sa? I don't remember. He just held the frickin' ball too much at the end there. And it's like he went past 7 seconds. You could see Vardy 5, 6, 7. I mean, yes, it was the end of the game, but like honestly, this kind of rejuvenated the Wolves. They actually look like they like playing football. They actually look like they love each other again. And that's what Pierre is going to bring to the table. Leicester, this was just not their day. I think Rude's going to be just fine, but it does make me sick that Wolves did win. But overall, I mean, it was just a good bounce back win of all the shit that's been going on for 6 months. Honestly,
and it's one of those weird ones, right? I know it's like that new manager bounce, and everyone plays a little harder because they're playing for their position and whatever else. But it's got to kind of grate Gary Neal, because we've talked about it before on here. That Wolves team are better than their record right now. They've been unlucky. They've been
talented team for sure.
They're working hard and have been on the wrong end of some real bad luck and some dodgy decisions.
It's like West Ham. It's like West Ham. Way better team than we are.
He goes, and then suddenly they roll up, 3-0 win, everything's rosy and whatever else. It's like, come on, that team. Pereira's not done anything new there. He's barely walked in the door. So that squad's been there. Why suddenly now does it work? It's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, agreed. It's like West Ham.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Gary Neal's going to be sitting there going, "What the fuck?
Yeah, where the hell has this been for 6 months?
I've been asking you to do this for 6 months. Now I walk out the door. You guys are going to go, oh, you mean do this?
Oh, we love each other again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. The dressing room couldn't be there. He must have been too, I don't know, brash, abrupt, abrasive, something maybe. Because there's no way that Pereira's done anything there. It's literally
exactly. It's too early.
Yeah.
It's way too early with that.
Yeah.
Dawson should have gotten a penalty right there.
Oh,
that should have been a penalty, but no, whatever. Anyways,
and then game of the weekend. Game of the weekend.
This pissed me off. This pissed me off. No, I mean, good for Liverpool, but I don't. But like
this was a joke of Tottenham. Tottenham, what were you doing? They just beat United 4-3.
But they were coming back a little bit. But why? Okay, this is the one thing that pisses me off about Tottenham, though. And I think everybody.
There's only one thing.
No, thing.
This was the most Spursy game you could ever get.
Why don't they feed it to Solanke more? They can't keep relying on Son anymore. Solanke, you go out and get him from Bournemouth, one of their best players of all time for Bournemouth, a guy that should be centered around. But you're not feeding him, and then he scores. He is your guy. Set up the whole damn thing around Solanke. Liverpool bending Spurs over. Oh my God, Tom, that's totally you. Totally a you thing to say. But do you know what I mean, though?
I do.
You know what I mean? They need to build a system around him, but they're not doing it.
It's like they've forgotten that Harry Kane's not there, right? And so they still think Harry Kane's there. But
no, Solanke's there.
And they're trying to play through Son, who's been missing in
and Madison, to be fair. But Madison's good, but
Madison's good, but Son's not been it. And Son's their talismanic captain. And if he doesn't play well, the rest of them don't play well. And
even I honestly think guy is playing really well.
Yeah, he is.
Kula something?
No, Kulusevski. He's not Swedish. No, they've got another Swedish guy who came on as a substitute who was absolutely shocking. To be honest, the scoreline flatters Tottenham because they were dreadful in the first half. They were absolutely dreadful. They were lucky to only go in 3-1 down. They were lucky to get a goal because the goal came from the McAllister mistake. But in the first half, they were dreadful. They were absolutely dreadful. I mean, Liverpool went 5-1 up after giving Tottenham a goal. First half 3-1. So Tottenham get back into it, and this is kind of the Spursy way. They get back into it with a lucky goal, if you like. Liverpool make a mistake. Maddison scores a good goal, and they can't even get to half time after scoring in the 41st minute. They can't even get to half time at 2-1, which would have been a lucky win. They'd have taken that and got a chance to reset. They then absolutely go missing and end up and leave Liverpool in a 4-on-2 position up at the back. It's like we had 4 players against 2 of their defenders. 2 of their defenders just were like way up the field. It's like, surely you schoolboy, you just scored, get to half time, don't get it any worse. Let's kind of reset. And they couldn't even do that. So the scoreline flatters them because at 5-1, Liverpool just went, game done. Thanks very much. And then kind of Tottenham came back into it. And it was like, oh, hang on, 5-3. And everyone was like, oh, it's going to be a barnstorm. And what I loved about it was like, oh, they're going to get back into it. And then Liverpool just went, oh, okay, hang on. Let's just put this to bed. And then went out and just went and scored a 6th goal. It was just almost like, okay, it's getting a bit too close. We're going to go score another one just to put you back to bed again. Spurs were just.
I love Ant, man. There you go. I love Ange, but dude, I don't know what's going on over there,
mate. Honestly, mate. It's hey, and as Ange said, Might not win all the games, but at least he's entertaining. It's like entertaining is one thing, but you get absolutely pumped at home, 6-3, and it should really have been 6-1.
Yeah,
that's not entertaining. No, none of your fans are going to find it entertaining to see 6 goals scored against your own team. That's not entertainment factor. Absolutely. That is bad. That is bad management.
Absolutely insane. I don't even know what to say.
Mm-mm.
All right, here we go.
Preview
of 18, and then
here we go.
Tom El Bagat and Peaches, let us know what you think too. Man City and Everton tie. Oh, that's hilarious. Come on.
That's hilarious. Come on. It's got to be as a Christmas present to all Liverpool fans. City. Everton are going to go into Man City and they're going to nick it 1-0.
That's funny. You got 1-0. I got tie.
I got Everton winning that 1-0 because Sean Dyche will do just what he did against Chelsea.
Yeah.
And City's form has been so patchy that they'll get frustrated because they can't tippy-tappy it around the nice sort of way as they've been trying to do. And then I think Everton will just nick it from a corner or something, a 1-0. But there you go. Sean Dyche way. Peaches wants a draw as well.
I want a draw. I want that draw.
Yeah.
Newcastle, Aston Villa. That's just such a tight game to me. I don't know why I feel like this is a tight game to me. I still think Newcastle is going to get it done. I just don't think.
I think so because it's at home. I think because it's in Newcastle. That just gets them over the edge. Maybe the odd goal in 3, like a 2-1. I think.
For me, I think that game last week is exactly what they needed, and I still think Villa is still trying to figure it out. 2-1 Newcastle.
There you go. Yep.
All right, here we go. Forest and Tottenham. The most Spursy thing. What if Tottenham just like wins 5-2 or something?
It would be after this
all
week.
The freaking Spursiest crap in the world. Yeah. But no, I think Forest is going to win 2-0 over Tottenham. I still think it's just. I still think Forest has got this. I don't know what it is.
I think Forest will get it, but I think this is going to be.
Peaches doesn't even want to know at this point.
It was just like I've just given up. I've got a feeling that it's going to be another one of those because Tottenham can't defend, so Forest are definitely going to score, but I think Tottenham will score as well. So I think this has got one of those 3-2. Crazy sort of score lines to it, but I think Forest come out on top.
You know what? I'll change my answer. I think it's going to be 3-2. I like that better. I like that better. 3-2 Forest. Yeah.
There we go.
All right, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace. Bournemouth is going to be easy. Bournemouth.
It's going to be flying high.
3-0. 3-0.
You say that right after flying high.
Oh yeah, I know. And then Crystal Palace
Palace show up and win 2-0.
So funny.
Yeah. This time you'll turn it the other side. Now, Peaches, we got it the other way for you this time round. No, I'd say I reckon Palace, after getting absolutely embarrassed by Arsenal, Bournemouth will go into that game thinking, "Hey, we just beat United," and then Palace will come and give them a smack in the mouth because it's the Premier League and no game. You can't really take any game as based on the last one.
Facts. Okay, now Chelsea and Fulham. This should be a get right game for Chelsea. This has to be a get right game for Chelsea.
It has to be.
But what? But
the West London at Kings Road derby, Fulham, who've just been,
maybe
upset,
2-2,
embarrassed.
2-2. This is gonna.
I can't see Fulham getting 2 goals. I can't see Fulham getting 2 though.
I can totally see them getting 2 goals. So you think 1-1?
No, I think Chelsea win it 2-1.
Okay.
I'll
go 1-1.
Okay, I prefer the 1-1 draw. Personally, I prefer the draw, but I do think Chelsea just sneak that one.
Yeah. All right. Well, Southampton and West Ham. Well, you think West Ham should win this 2-3-4-0, technically.
Yeah.
But the way this
you think so.
The way this fucking team's going right now, I could see Southampton just winning 1-0. So it's if we lose this game,
Southampton got a new boss as well, right? So we got to watch out for that new manager bounce.
Well, that's the thing. If we lose this game, Lopetegui, mark my words, I'm calling it. He will be gone next week. He will be gone next week.
You should absolutely, yeah. And this is one of those ones. If he doesn't, if you eke past them,
I'm just going to go with the trend. To be fair, we've been tying everything, so I'm just going to go with the tie.
I think even if you beat Southampton, but you only beat them 1-0,
right?
That might be enough because 3 points is 3 points, right? In the end,
right.
It might overshadow the fact that you should have gone down there and absolutely put 3 or 4 past these guys. Southampton are bad. Southampton are bad.
Yeah.
I mean, Spurs just put 5 past them.
Facts.
Right.
But
so,
it's West Ham. It's so unpredictable.
Yeah. But I've got you clear win 3-0. You should.
Wow.
You should. But there you go.
You're generous. You're generous. Wolves and Man United. I think Man United are still trying to figure everything out. I still think from that win with Pierre, I think Wolves have a chance to win 2-0.
I think so.
I don't think Man United are there right now.
No, I think they've got, as you say, too much noise. That Rashford thing. There's lots of stuff going around.
Bring him to West Ham. Bring Rashford to West Ham.
No, send him anyway. Give him some playing time. Honestly,
I take it in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. But I think, I think Wolves probably take that. But I think maybe not 2-0. Maybe 3-1. I don't know. Got a feeling.
Okay.
But I definitely think Wolves are taking that. I think they're going to start.
They're going to
start getting the results. I think they're just going to start getting the results that their play has deserved up to this point, and it's going to be even more like a kick in the teeth Boxing Day for Gary O'Neill to just go, for fuck's sake, guys, come on.
Yeah.
2 wins in a row when I walk out the door.
Bruh. I mean, I think so. I really think so.
And then Liverpool, Leicester.
A bunch of prima donnas over there and bunch of drama. Liverpool, Leicester. I'm sorry, Leicester. I love you so much. Rude, I love you. You're gonna be fine. Liverpool is gonna just smack the crap out of you, and then more. Even after the game, they're gonna go for some stakes. I think it's a clear 4 or 5.
This is an easy, comfortable 3-4. Yeah. yeah. Peaches, on the other hand, wants to see that another 6 or 7. And the thing is with Liverpool, the way they played against Spurs and how good they were going forward, they looked like they could score at will. So with a Leicester defense, which is not the best, it could easily. They could be a Christmas present, top of the league, whatever else. It could be like flying high, and it could end up being quite embarrassing. It could be one of those ones like it. You look at the scoreline and you go, really? And you get pictures of the scoreboard at the end of the game, all over the news going, yeah, that really happened.
Yeah, I agree. I think overall they just better. Wow.
Yeah, he's not the best goalkeeper that they've got at Leicester. So yeah,
that's so funny. All right, Brighton and Brentford. This is a get right game for Brentford. I think they're going to win 2-0. Brighton are just disappointing.
Brighton are just a bit.
Gary. I think this is a get right game. 2-0. I really do.
Okay. I mean, Brentford don't travel that well, but as you say, Brighton have just fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, they have.
So they're not great either. So yeah, I think you're probably right.
Bring me Ferguson in January. That's what I want.
There's the big money signing there in January. Somebody goes and naps him.
In this system, and how tall, and he just needs a fresh start. To be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah. He'll end up on the bench at Tottenham.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's not even close.
Yes, I was thinking
Arsenal, Ipswich Town.
I feel sorry for Ipswich. They're going to get another pasting. They just got Newcastle who just thumped them 4-0. Arsenal just scored 5 against Palace. It's another 5, 4, 5, 6. It's in there again.
6-0.
Yeah, it's in the realms of how much Liverpool are going to spank.
Even Ed Sheeran is going to show up They're going to scan him in the crowd. He's going to wave, and it's going to be exciting 5 minutes, and then
he's going to leave
5 minutes later with a beer in his hand.
Beer in his hand, back on his helicopter and out of there because he's got
Tom,
to.
I love you, man. Hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas and have fun with the family.
Merry Christmas,
man.
Seriously. Thanks for tuning in, Tom. Have a good Christmas to you and your family, buddy. Yeah, I definitely see Ipswich getting an absolute pumping on this one.
Right. Yeah, right. I agree.
And I feel for Leicester as well because they turn round, they play us Boxing Day, and then literally on the Sunday, Man City come to town.
Right.
Now, so I don't know. Will Rude kind of be more up for getting a win against Man City? Probably.
No.
But is Leicester able to? I don't know. It's going to be a quick turnaround after getting thumped at Liverpool. Could be tricky.
I don't think so.
I think this is where City finally get back on track, get another 3 points.
I feel for Leicester. I hate the Wolves.
You do. Okay. Peaches, on the other hand, does not.
Arrogant twat, evidently.
Arrogant twat waffles. Arrogant twat waffles. Yeah. So not a fan. So I'm guessing your Peaches is probably going on my side here. I see a 2-0 City win here.
Yeah.
Maybe even 3.
Unfortunately.
No.
They're gonna. It'll be fine. They're gonna tie that game.
You just go for a tie for everything, right? Just everything's going to be tied. Crystal Palace, Southampton. Now, Palace, after going down to Bournemouth, winning on the South Coast, should win this one. Southampton come up to Crystal Palace. Not an easy place to play. Southampton are poor. I reckon that's an easy Palace win. But then again,
yeah, I don't know at that point. No.
No, come on.
All I gotta say is just key the depression and my misery. I'm ready to get hurt again.
Really?
Yep.
Really? You're that bad with this one. That's how you're feeling about this one.
Yeah, whatever. Like I said, it's just so hard to predict this team. It really is.
Yeah, really bad.
That's why I turn out the lights.
Turn out the lights, hang up the mic. Right, Peaches, how do you think you're going to do against Everton, I wonder?
They're going to win.
Tough one to go to. I reckon that's a draw. That's got a draw written all over it. I think Sean Dyche has got Everton defending well, so I think that's going to be probably a 1-1 draw.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so. I just think Everton are just gnarly, awkward. But I think
I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't believe in it. I think Forest is going to
be That's true. That is true. Maybe
this is the year. This is the year where you change it. This is the game where you change it.
Payback is due. Fulham, Bournemouth. Who do you reckon? Has that got draw written all over it to you as well?
Did we already talk about this shit?
Fulham, Bournemouth. No, we haven't talked about Fulham, Bournemouth yet.
We didn't.
This is the second set of games this week. Remember, because it's Christmas, they turn around really quickly.
Oh, for real? Shit.
Yeah. So there's a game on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday.
You've
just been coasting. You just coasted in the last 10 minutes.
I have. Literally, I have. I was like, what the fuck? I thought we were done.
I was like, you just what is this shit? What are you talking about? Look at it, man. By the time we get back on Monday, all these teams have played again. They've played twice.
What the hell's going on? I gotta change the thumbnail.
Quick, catch up, mate. Catch up. Fulham, Bournemouth. What do you reckon?
Shit. All right. Well, all right. Here we go. I'm gonna say all of them right now, so I don't forget.
Right, go.
All right, here we go. Leicester City, Man City. The 0-0 tie. Everton, Forest. That's a win, baby. 2-0 Forest. Crystal Palace, Southampton. That's a tie. Tottenham, Wolves. That's a tie. 0-0. No, 2-2 with the Wolves. Crystal Palace at 0-0. Fulham, Bournemouth. Bournemouth 1-0. West Ham, Liverpool. Ooh. West Ham, Liverpool. Oh God. Oh God. That's 6. That's like 3-4 nothing.
So 3-4 nothing win. Yeah,
Ipswich, Chelsea. Ipswich, Chelsea. Chelsea's only gonna do 2-0. I think it's 2-0.
Yep.
Aston Villa, Brighton. Oh,
that's a tough. That's a 1-1. That's a filthy 1-1 draw.
Oh, that's a 1-1 draw. And then Man United, Newcastle 1-1. That's 1-1.
No, that's a 4-3 crazy thriller.
What? No, I think he gets it together. I think it's good. 1-1. Brentford, Arsenal.
Peaches can't keep saying poor Ipswich, but they have a tough run of games. They have a tough run of games.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Man, that is going to be painful.
Listen. Brentford and Arsenal. I think that's going to be a tougher game than people realize. But I still think they're going to win 3-1 Arsenal.
Alrighty then.
Why? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. No, I agree with you. I think it's going to be one of those sneaky tough games, but it's at Brentford though. So Brentford at home, I can never really rule them out. But with Arsenal flying high, that's going to be welcome to 2025. Here's your backside handed to you. There you go. That is a whistle-stop tour of the next couple of games, even though I was aware of what was going on and my co-host was obviously coasting for the last.
Yeah, I was coasting, and now I'm on board. And I changed the thumbnail for you, so look in the chat.
Yeah.
So we're good to
look
go.
At that. We're good to go.
We're good to go.
We can quickly squeeze in.
These weeks are going to be crazy now. Now that I look at it.
Could you imagine the review show?
Lopetegui's getting fired for sure. Lopetegui's getting fired for sure. These next two games.
Excellent.
I think so. I really do.
Excellent. So basically, next time we talk about is excellent. Loving it. Next time we talk, you guys are going to be on the search for a new manager. That's what
maybe
breaking news.
Maybe.
maybe breaking, maybe not.
Jeez.
G, man,
Gary, I love you, man.
This has been awesome. Peaches, you've been awesome in the chat.
Peaches,
anybody else out there watching, listening, Tom and Emma, love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Wishing everyone a happy and healthy, Merry Christmas. I hope you
and a Happy New Year.
A Happy New Year. Give your loved ones a big hug.
Amen.
From us, and amen. And G, have a great time, man. I hope Santa's good to you.
I hope Santa, Frosty the Snowman, the Grinch, I hope they're all good to you. Tell people that you love them and tell the people that you hate to go fuck themselves. Love you very much. Love you very much. Gary, I love you, man.
I love you, Jimmy. Take it easy, man.
I love you. Stay safe and get your shit together. Love you. Bye. Peace.
I know. Take it easy, man. Peace out.
Love you guys.
Merry Christmas all. Take it easy. Bye for now.